People that talk down on other people for financial gain, for their own gain. You gotta understand the media. It's like, if I understand my name is an algorithm and everybody's content creators.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show where the facts hit harder than the highlights. Picture a mic. The stage is empty. A beat like this might tempt you to hit that like button. Gamusha! From Chicago nights to Colorado lights, every game, every story, every fight. We don't chase the headlines, we create the conversation. Even though the states come right and exact, it ain't where you're from, it's where you at. Since you came here, you gotta show and prove. Real talk, that's your move. Real talk, real content, no rumors, no filters, just facts.
Deion Sanders, the most electric corner football has ever seen, and possibly the greatest athlete of all time. In an era loaded with Hall of Fame receivers like Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, and Chris Carter, quarterbacks wouldn't even look to Deion's side of the field. Over 14 NFL seasons, Primetime intercepted 53 passes and averaged over 25 yards per return. He scored 19 touchdowns on defense and special teams. He made 8 Pro Bowls, 6 first-team All-Pros, Defensive Player of the Year, 2 Super Bowl rings, and he did almost all of it while also playing Major League Baseball. In fact, he's still the only man in history to play in both a Super Bowl and a World Series, and the only one to hit an MLB home run and score an NFL touchdown in the same week. He scored touchdowns 6 different ways, started on both sides of the ball in the modern era, returned punts, returned kicks, took interceptions to the house like it was routine. But it wasn't just the production, it was the presence. From the gold chains to the high step to the bandana under the helmet, this is how the biggest showboater in NFL history became a legend. But before all that, there was a kid in Fort Myers, Florida, waking himself up for school because his mom was already at work. By kindergarten, his clothes were already laid out with a house key on top. He poured his own cereal, locked the door, and walked himself to school. There was no one there to guide him.
Seeing my father use drugs, seeing my stepfather drink, seeing my mama work all day, that stuff press on your mind.
At one point, Deion didn't even know how to spell his own name.
So it was D-E-I-O-N. I got it from Old McDonald.
Deion didn't always have real equipment. An empty milk jug became his football, tinfoil became his baseball, a bicycle rim nailed to wood became his hoop. But a few miles away sat Terry Park, the spring home of the Kansas City Royals. 9-year-old Deion would ride his bike there, hide it in the bushes, and chase down batting practice home runs. He'd outrun other kids, stuff the balls into a tube sock, and sell them for $3.50. Then he leveled up. He started getting those same balls autographed. Now they were worth $5. At North Fort Myers High School, he dominated. Football, basketball, baseball, track. He earned all-state honors in all 3 major sports. And he did it at 138 pounds as a junior and roughly 150 pounds as a senior. In 1985, he was named to the Florida High School Association All-Century Team, one of the top 33 players in 100 years of Florida high school football. But recruiting wasn't instant. because of his size. Florida didn't make him feel prioritized. Wisconsin felt too far from home. Georgia talked about redshirting him. Then Florida State said something simple. If you come here and you earn it, you will play. If you don't earn it, you won't. That mattered because Deion didn't want hype. He wanted opportunity. But at the same time colleges were recruiting him for football, Major League Baseball came calling too. The Kansas City Royals, the same team he grew up watching, actually selected him in the 6th round of the MLB draft and offered him a $40,000 signing bonus. But $40,000 wasn't enough, because as a kid, Deion made himself a promise that one day his mom would never have to work again. So he chose Florida State. And before the world ever called him prime time, he had already made the decision that legends made early. Bet on yourself. Under Bobby Bowden, the Seminoles were fast, aggressive, and knocking on the door nationally. But they needed difference makers. Deion didn't wait long. As a freshman, he started in the secondary, and he delivered. Over 4 seasons, he intercepted 14 passes, at the time the second highest total in school history, and returned them for 287 yards and 3 touchdowns. One of those returns went 100 yards, breaking a Florida State record that had stood since Fred Biletnikoff. By 1986, he was already a third-team All-American. In 1987 and 1988, he became a unanimous All-American twice. In 1988, he won the Jim Thorpe Award as the nation's best defensive back. But defense was only half the story, because on special teams, he made domination look routine. In 1988, he led the entire country with a 15.2-yard punt return average. For his career, he totaled 126 punt returns for 1,429 yards and 3 touchdowns, school records that stood for decades. And then he began showing some flash, doing his signature high step inside the 5-yard.
So every morning I wake up, I listen to a different sermon. And what I would say is what I learned from everything was don't allow negativity or anything exploit your mind. So I don't see it. That's the best thing about it. I don't see it. I'm on social media, I post, I get off. So I don't consume anything negative, because as soon as you start consuming all that poison, and that's a gateway, I leave no gateways, I have no attachment to anything, that could turn on me or turn against me. So that's why I live a happy life. And I care about the core values: friends, family, football, and fun. But my fun is productive. Things that is always expanding, things that's always helping my mind grow. Whether that's making music, whether that's learning how to do different things. These things, I would say, help me become me. I would say this past year gave me a different perspective about everything. And I would say a perspective that helps me find true joy and happiness in any situation. Because I look at the great things in life, I look at a lot of things differently. And I enjoy it more, honestly. So I would say this past year was probably the best thing, because it helped me realize and bring different things out of myself. It helped me separate from people that, weren't truly for me. So I'm happy that the separation happened. I'm happy that everything happened how it did, because I got another opportunity. And that's all I could ask for. Relationships with me is the most important thing, I would say. Everybody's gonna have ups and downs in life, but it's about who you could count on, who you could lean on. And throughout everything, I understand what's real relationships and what's not. We don't have to talk every day to have a relationship, I would say, because most relationships aren't required to talk every day. That's something I would find very important. People would say they support you, but never really support. A lot of people would go online and show support, but personally would never reach out and do anything. So I understand what actually having your back look like throughout everything. A lot of people talk about it, but they don't really do it. And I don't really respect those people. I don't respect people that talk down on other people for financial gain. For their own gain, you gotta understand the media. It's like, if I understand my name is an algorithm, And everybody's content creators. How could I ever get mad at somebody making their money? I just can't respect them. So that's where I'll say last year, I'll say I took it a little bit more personal, because there'll be people, you know, you viewed a certain way at some point in life. And then when everything went down how it went, it was no, let me help. There was nobody reaching out. So that's why I say me and the family respect for a lot of people went down, but we understand it. We understand what you gotta do, how you gotta feed your family. But personally, I could never talk down on another person negatively, and you don't even have a relationship with that person. Because when that person rises to the top, they're always gonna remember that. I know I will. And I know they should too. Really, you don't really understand like how much things are distractions and how much different things weigh on you. You know what I'm saying? Until you like isolate and like you by yourself and then you think about it. Whenever you like, I think about like how I feel in different moments. Like what makes me feel different ways. Like I judge my mood all the time. So like if I feel motivated, if I feel don't, it's like what's the why behind it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me to understand different things that I isolated, when I isolated, that helped me understand myself more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some people weigh on you more, and whenever they're not around you no more, whenever they're not around, then you feel better. You feel me? That's what I be taking from a lot of things. It's like, as an individual, you gotta feel good by yourself. Yeah. Then you don't need anything but God, you know what I'm saying? But
gotta know yourself enough to know, like, damn, wow, like when I was like this, when I was doing well, when things was feeling the way I wanted to feel, this what was going on.
Yeah, I found out about that, but then the deeper meaning of that.
Have a damn.
Yeah, but the deeper meaning of that is like
a control group of like how you want to feel, like a control group of like these are the boxes I check when I'm in my most optimal living state, emotionally, physically, spiritually.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And like I said, I felt like that, but then I tried that, but I tried it doing things I went back to on the external side. You get what I'm saying? So it's like me, I throw some jewelry on, do all this stuff, you feel me, that I did when I felt at my peak, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's like those are external things, and those don't really make you feel that.
It's not intrinsic.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you could look back and be like, dang, I felt good when I did this, but those things that you was doing was more like external things that didn't really.
Yeah, it ain't showing that shit, cause then it ain't in your control. Cause then if you don't got it, then you can't create that.
1,000,000%.
You can't, like, imagine if you ain't got no jewelry. What if your jewelry box not there or something? Now you ain't got your confidence no more. Now you ain't nothing without the jewelry.
That's what I'm saying.
So why you think?
So why you think shit me? I ain't been wearing no shit because I gotta feel great without anything. You feel me? I want to go back bare human and feel that power from within. And when I went that, then it's cool. Now I could put some jewelry on. Now I could do all this cool stuff because it's like I know the power is within myself. You get what I'm saying? Even you was telling me that last year. He played with us last year, preseason. You feel me? I'm chilling. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go big speaker box, walking in, Panthers game. You feel me? I was like on some chill stuff. I said, nah, bro, I don't know about that. Then he started cussing me out. Tell him what you said, cuz.
You can't. Don't let them people change what you got going. This you. Like, it was a lot of stuff going on. Like, people don't even know. and that don't even matter. But like we was chopping, and he, like he said, he was like trying to figure out. He was like, man, I don't even, cause he was finna start. You know what I'm saying? He was finna start. He was
my
talking
son.
to me. We had got cool.
See,
He
where I
kinda
came up
trusted me a little bit at the time, and even
where I grew up
like
at.
asked me questions about like what he should do, what he couldn't do, how they would think about this, how the program would think about this, how the team would think about it. Man, I was telling him none of that even matter. All that matter when you get out there is how you feel, because all they care about is
back in the day,
that's all.
everybody looked out for each other.
You should worry about
So
it.
my mama
Worry
would
about
leave
how
and
you
go to
get
work.
yourself in the
I
best
still had to make it to school
mind space to play your
in the
best.
morning.
And then I asked
And everybody
him,
looked
like,
out for each other.
when you was your best,
Through the middle of that cut right there,
what type of thing?
that's why I learned to play football.
And he told me, this is what I did. This is what I felt like this. I felt like the man. I pushed in. Okay, but let's recreate that then. That's what we got to do. Recreate for you to, because none of that other shit matter. None of that fifth round, none of that your dad, none of that matter now that you finna go in and be the starter. None of that matters right now. There's an opportunity that you need to figure out the pieces that you need to put together to be the best Shedeur Sanders, to prove to yourself. And that was what I was telling, like, it ain't about nobody else. It's about proving it to yourself that you are what you are. And he knew that. And then he told me these are things that we needed, and we made it happen.
The rest is history, that's it. It was high pressure situation. Even going into this year, it's high pressure. You know, so it's like, I know within myself, I know what I'm gonna do, and I know how dedicated I am to being great. So everything else don't matter, because I know what it takes to get to that point, to get to that feeling, to have that confidence. But it was like, for a second, you feel me, I lost that. And I can know that. Like, I look back, and for a second, I definitely lost it. And then it's hard. It's just being in the environment without anybody initially you could lean on. That's how me and him got cool. It was just like, you going from a situation in a period to where you have that factor every day to everybody on their own. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, it just felt weird, it felt off. Then he was kind of like leading me and helping me figure myself out while everybody else is just watching. You feel me? So it's like, well, a lot of people was watching. I ain't gonna say everybody, but while a lot of people. So that's why my respect for a lot is gone. Cause it's like, everybody supports you from afar, but it's when it's daily, when it's conversations, when it's things that could actually help you, it ain't nobody there. So that's why I know, you feel me, when the world when I display myself in my best form this year to the world, it's like, I don't need all that external stuff. I don't need no new friends. I don't need anything new. I'm fine with the basic, chill system that I have now, because I know this will take me where I need to go. I would say you feel pressure when you let external things dictate how you feel. I don't feel pressure because I know who's on my side. And with God is nothing can make you feel any type of way. That's just your attachment to things that's not serving you. That's attachments to social media, that's attachments to drugs, women, that's alcohol, that's attachment to things. Like I say, I don't have any attachment to anything that would bring me down or make me feel any way. I'm in control of my mood every day. And that's something I've been studying within myself every day. And that's what made me understand that concept of great position, feel bad. Bad position, feel good. It all started to make sense. I would say my whole life I always had a balance. And everybody chooses to spend their free time differently. Me, I don't play the game. I like making music. My whole family into it. So I just spend my free time doing something that's productive within myself. It's like mental therapy. You get to release, you get to have an escape, I would say. And I could care if anybody like it for real, because I like it. and I would continue liking it because it's authentic to me. I would say my escape overall is making music and hearing music. I like to go back and feel those times that I felt however way I felt. And it helps me understand the next time I go through that emotion that I have something to look back on, I have something to feel. I would say the creativity off the field adds to my game, and that's how I play on the field also. You always have control, creativity, so it's like you have options. I think in my life I always like having options, so that's how I feel my best. That's when I play my best. That's why I am who I am, and that's why I'm truly thankful for Andrew Berry and his coaching staff and everything, because even since day one, since they got here, we got plenty of options when it comes to different things that we see, when it comes to different things that we do. And I'm truly excited about that. That's why this year, it means more than ever to me, because it's just the next step in the journey. And I understand it's different paths, it's different ways things have to go. And I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. Because this brings out the best version of me. I would say last year was definitely one of the hardest years of my life. I'm not that old, obviously. So hopefully there's not many more of those. But you gotta always have that confidence. You know, for a second I had to look in the mirror and tell myself, you know who you are. Don't let anything or anybody take it away from you. Because I'll say for a second that was there. But with God, I was able to push through everything. That's why I am able to be me, because I understand the bigger picture. I would say I want to be one of the greatest. And I truly mean that each and every day. I strive for that. And that's why for me, everything is about expanding your mind. When we making music and stuff, all it is just expanding your mind to think different things. It's just challenges. I like the challenge. I don't like the challenge of playing a game. That's not gonna help me in life. I don't like the challenge of all these other things. That's not what brings me joy. I like the challenges that life brings. And how much I know within my mind I could do. Because confidence is everything. It's not about flesh, it's about how you feel. And not even about how you feel sometimes, it's about what your purpose is also. So I would say I think a lot and reflect to try to be the best version of myself and the best version of Shedeur Sanders I could be and I can know I could be. Opportunity is there. At this point, it's just about if I'm gonna seize the opportunity. You gotta think, why would I do all this if I didn't wholeheartedly believe I'm gonna be successful?
People switch up on me cause it didn't go as planned. I can't respect it, man, you supposed to stay down to the end. They turn their back on me, so ain't no turning back to them. The best thing I got throughout everything is a different perspective. And this perspective gonna make me one of the greatest. I'm always gonna be legendary. I know that, I believe that, I stamp that. I gotta stand on 10 throughout everything.
see me fail. They still talk down on my name, but I wish them well. I know I'm living free, but mentally I'm in a cell. I know one day, hopefully, I just get a bond out. When that day come, I'ma show them what I'm really about. People switch up on me cause it didn't go as planned. I can't respect it, man, you supposed to stay down to the end. They turning back on me, so ain't no turning back to them. So when I pop it, man, I promise I don't need no new friends. It's hard to trust it when you know you seeing out these lens. They never told me like it harder when you stacking M's. I know I gotta move way smarter, that's evident. I know I gotta play it cool when it ain't making sense. Just pay attention how they really move, especially at the end. Just pay attention how they really move, the one you call your friend. I just can't see it how you see it with these comments coming in. So a lot of people want to see me fail, and you know, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I had to look in the mirror and tell myself, you know who you are. I can't let no situation or anything dictate how I feel about myself. That's what they want you to do. Too many people wanna see me fail. They still talk down on my name, but I wish them well. I know I'm living free, but mentally I'm in a cell. I know one day, hopefully, I just get a bond out. When that day come, I'ma show them what I'm really about. People switch up on me cause it didn't go as planned. I can't respect it, man, you supposed to stay down to the end. They turn their back on me, so ain't no turning back to them. The best thing I got throughout everything is a different perspective. And this perspective gonna make me one of the greatest. I'm always gonna be legendary. I know that, I believe that, I stamp that. I gotta stand on 10 throughout everything.